Hi everyone! Thanks for watching this video. My name's Christina Kent and I'm an artist living in San Francisco, California, and this is my first YouTube video. And for this video, I wanted to go through my 2020 pandemic sketchbook. And for me, and I think for all of us, the pandemic was really stressful, really emotional. Last year was just a really tough year. And I noticed that one thing that really helped me during the year was to make art. So here's the first page of the sketchbook. First pages are always kind of hard to fill, I think. And so for this one, I decided to lean on an artist that I really like. This is a kind of a master copy based on a drawing by, or it's actually a sculpture by James Jean, and I really like his kind of like fantasy, cartoonish images. So I thought this, and then this is also kind of a very peaceful image. So so I decided to start with that one. This is just based off of a photo that I saw online that I liked. And these are some succulents or like cactus that I saw in a garden nearby, and they had these really cool blooms that would be kind of facing downward, almost like lanterns. So I thought it was super cool. So I decided to draw those. This design is based off of some embroidery that I saw. I think it was like Bolivian embroidery, some sort of like South American embroidery, and I really liked the shapes of the vines that were kind of moving around. I liked the motion that it created, combined with like the really calming circles and the stability of these like flowers in the middle. So yeah, I thought it was just a really beautiful design. This piece is a master copy, another one of James Jean, and I really liked the combination of these, like having the colored pencil along with like the felt tip marker lines, and then I used these like Posca paint pens to make these bright blue outlines along the flowers so that it kind of gives it almost like this 3D or like popping out effect. Okay, then this is just a succulent that was in my neighbor's yard that had this really beautiful rainbow coloring that I wanted to capture. And this is a drawing of the Turkish musician Özgür Baba. He makes this like really calming music, and I listened to it a lot during the pandemic. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen him on YouTube, you should definitely check him out because his music is just beautiful. Here's a quote by Pablo Picasso: "The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls." I definitely felt like that was true during the pandemic. And then this piece is based off of an album cover I saw. This middle part is the album cover, and then I decided to kind of elaborate on the design, you know, kind of take it further and see how that would look. And I did that also with the paint pen, so I was kind of playing with layering the paint on top of the dark background. Here's a drawing of some plants. I really liked the way that the different patterns in the plants kind of played off one another to create kind of a pleasing image when you put them all together. And this is a combination of paint pens and also Copic markers to create this effect. Here I was just testing out some markers. Here's just a list of some paintings that I was thinking of doing. And this is a ballpoint pen sketch of a Native American activist from I think the 1920s. And I really like drawing in ballpoint pen. I really like the finality of it, how you can't erase anything, you just kind of have to stick with your decisions. And also I find it very calming to do the shading using these like crosshatched or parallel lines. It's always just like a very soothing way of drawing for me. This is also based off of some work by James Jean, and this is more just kind of like doodling or art journaling that I was doing one day. I was feeling really sad and stressed out, and I thought it was like these colors I found to be really calming, in addition to making these kind of wavy shapes that would go in and out of each other. I thought it was really peaceful. Okay, so these drawings are based off of in Ukraine, they do these really big flower crowns. And I saw some pictures that a photographer had put of these just giant Ukrainian flower crowns that I just thought looked spectacular. So I thought it would be really cool to do the figure in kind of a grayscale and then do the flower crowns using the paint pen so that they really, really pop. So I was just playing around with like the designs in the different flower crowns and the effects that they created. This is just taking notes of a palette of a painter I like. This is a drawing from the first figure drawing class I've done in a while, and it was also a virtual figure drawing class, which I did a couple of those during the pandemic. Hopefully the in-person classes will be back soon, but yeah. This is just a drawing based off of a photo, but I didn't really like how it was turning out, so then I just kind of did a lot of doodles on top of it. Okay, now here's where I started using these acrylic gouache paints. So I did plein air painting a while ago with oil paints, and it was really stressful. And then a friend of mine suggested that I try gouache, and I found this artist, Keita Morimoto, had a gouache tutorial. So this is a painting based off of his painting in the gouache tutorial. These are actually like acrylic gouache paints, so it's kind of like a combination of acrylic and gouache, but I really like the way that they go on the paper. Yeah, so this is based off of his painting, and then this is one that I did just based off of a picture from National Geographic, trying to like take what I'd learned and apply it. This is another master copy of one of Morimoto's paintings. I really liked the way that he used color in this painting and how, you know, you just have all these super, super bright saturated colors together. I thought like he just uses color really masterfully, so I wanted to learn from him and hopefully apply that in my own work. This is another acrylic gouache painting based off of a photo that I saw. This is also acrylic gouache. And here's another acrylic gouache painting. This is based on a National Geographic photo. I think it was like a river in Sweden or something. And I thought it was really cool how you have like these very calming colors and also the like calming shape of the river, but then you have these cool squiggly lines that are kind of turning around and moving around. I thought it created a really, really nice effect. This is just based off of photos that I saw online. I really liked this girl's face and her expressions. I thought it was cool. This is based off of some kind of doodling art journaling I did. I actually got this workbook that recommends certain exercises that you can do for like art journaling. And this page, the exercise was to listen to the sounds around you and then to try to paint what you heard based on those sounds. So I was in the city, it was raining, so I kind of was doing spots to represent the rain, but then there's also an ambulance and there were some louder sounds, so I was putting those into, and yeah, that was that one. And then for this one, I was more just playing with the feeling of doing these very soft, wavy brush strokes one after another, and just seeing how that felt. It was really calming, especially layering on these different colors too. Here are more ballpoint pen sketches, just practicing doing some portraits and doing a figure. And here is a values study I did based off of a photo, a 1906 photo of Hopi Indian women. And I really liked this photo. I just found something really compelling about it. And I think it just seemed like the design was really cool in terms of the lights and the darks. So I decided to do a value study where you kind of just break it down into the light sections, the dark sections, and the midtones. So here I have the lights, here I have the darks, and here I have the midtones. And it just helped me figure out what's the composition of this painting, or of this picture, what makes it a strong and compelling image. And then here was a study that I was doing for a bigger painting. Maybe I'll do it later, I haven't done it yet. But I was just putting some colors down, trying to see how they worked together, and to see if I liked the image in small scale. And I like to, for big paintings, it's nice to do kind of these small sketches first to see, like, does the image work even without all the detail. Here are some acrylic gouache plein air sketches that I did with my friend Anna. We went to a Rastradero preserve in Palo Alto, and we just set up some chairs and started painting outside. And this is actually my first plein air acrylic gouache paintings, which it was really fun. It was a lot easier than oils, but still very hard. Here's a pencil sketch that I did of Barad while he was reading. I think this is like my first figure drawing from life in a very long time. And yeah, it was also hard. He kept moving it, but yeah, I was also really rusty. And then here's just some art journaling I was doing. I was playing around with different shapes that the brush could make and then layering on top of those shapes. This is more just doodles. This is a self-portrait I did. It was from life. It was the first self-portrait I did in a long time. And yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but my hand was like super shaky because I was trying to stay still but draw, and yeah, it was really hard. Okay, and then this is based off of a photo I took on one of my walks. So during the pandemic, I was going on a lot of walks, basically every day through the neighborhood, and this is after a rainy day. There's this really cute blue house and next to this orange tree that I really liked. And then this is based off of a picture I took of a yurt that we were staying in when we went on vacation, and I just thought the yurt was really cute. Here are more ballpoint pen sketches, just practicing figures and faces. Here's a value study I did for a bigger painting that I'm planning on doing. And I was just, trying to break it down into darks, lights, and midtones and see if I liked the image as a whole. Here's just another doodle I was doing. I was like playing with the idea of like being immersed in water, but then also playing with the difference in texture between the graphite over here and the acrylic gouache around the face. This is more just doodling I was doing. I really like doing these shapes that kind of move in and out of each other in these very flowy lines. There's just something like really peaceful about making this. And then here's a sketch of Barad that I did that ended up being the basis of a later painting that I did. Here's just some more doodling. And then this is based off of a picture I took in San Francisco at night. This is like my first acrylic gouache nightscape that's based off of my own photo. And yeah, I really liked trying to get the effect of the bright lights of this little shop with gouache. This one is just based off of a funny photo that I saw on Reddit, and I thought the photo was great, and I wanted to see how it would look in paint. Here's just another ballpoint pen sketch I did, adding some acrylic gouache. Here's just more doodling, seeing how these different shapes and colors work together. Here's some more ballpoint pen sketches. This is actually my parents' old dog, and this is my friend Alejandro. I really liked his like dynamic pose here. This is just a drawing that I did one day. I was feeling really sick, and I kind of just wanted the blue to heal me or something. I really love blue, and I always find it so calming. So I wanted to kind of lose myself in the blue. Then here's an acrylic gouache painting I did based on a trip to Moab, Utah. We went on a hike in Hidden Valley, and I just really loved this hike and Moab in general. It's super cool because you have this like really, really red rock, and then there was just a decent amount of snow that was covering the rock, so it almost looked like it was, frosted. And I loved the contrast between the red rock and then the snow, and just the whole landscape was really breathtaking. And then here are some pencil sketches that I did. This one's based off of a photo, and this one's actually a master copy of another artist whose name I can't remember, but they did these like really cool soft portraits that I wanted to try to replicate. And yeah, this is my last one. This is an acrylic gouache painting I did from Arches National Park. And yeah, I just once again wanted to paint the red rocks with the snow. And this one had a really cool kind of dark, stormy sky, kind of ominous. So I thought that was really cool. And yeah, that's my entire 2020 sketchbook. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed it.